Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our dear sisters. The message reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi. How are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I am suffering, and I am suffering quite a lot, Brother Nashi. When I met this man, yes, indeed, I knew that he was a married man, but poverty made me to do it. This man, he was able to take care of me, and he was able to provide a better life for my own child. Tell me, is there any man, is there any woman out there who will not date a man that can afford to take care of his wife as well as the side chick? In this situation, I was the side chick from the word go. When he proposed love to me, he told me that never think that I'll ever leave my wife for you. What I want is someone who can take away any stress that my wife will be giving me. He told me that I was not supposed to fall pregnant for him, and I made sure that I did not do that. I have one child, this child of mine, that I left back home in Zim. Being a single mother, it is very difficult. Now you can imagine the difficulty of having to take care of your mother as well as your child. My child is staying in the village as well with my mother. So each and every month from the word go, when I started working for this couple that I am working for, I had to send money each and every month. That was when I met this guy. He was a man who showed that he cared for me. The first thing that he did when he met me, he asked me, how much do I send back home each and every month? I told him that at least if I can send $50 to $70, it is better, because the salary that I am earning, it is close to nothing. He then said, it is fine, that $70, I want you to keep it. I said, what will happen to my parents if I do not send my mom anything? He then said that each and every month he will be sending that $70 as well as topping it up with another 50. So each and every month my mom was getting $120, and at that time my child was not able to go to school any further because my child could not have a birth certificate. Things were not okay because at the Home Affairs office it was quite difficult. You know, with Africa you need to have something for anything to be done. I would go there, Brother Nashi, after my boss would have given me at least 2 weeks. Each and every day I'll wake up, then I'll go to the Home Affairs office, but nothing will come out of it until one of these other lady that was working at this other clinic said that he had a nephew who could assist me because I had gone to that clinic to get some birth records and stuff. So we then contacted the nephew. The nephew told me the money that was needed so that everything can be processed. But the money, it was quite a lot, Brother Nashi. But this man, he truly loved me, and he sent me the money. After he had sent me the money, my child's birth certificate was okay, but we had to use my own surname, my mother's surname, because as for me, I was struggling again to have another ID because I once had that non-computerized ID, so it was difficult. Now my passport, since it was going to expire, they needed a computerized ID. So the money that was needed, it was quite a lot. When I returned back to South Africa, this man, with everything that he had done for me, I then said, let me give this man all of my heart. The moment that I gave him all of my heart, I think that is the moment that I made the mistake, because instead of respecting his wife, whenever I was with him, before this whole thing had started, when his wife will call, I will actually tell him to pick up the call and at least to lie to his wife. But now that I was back, I wanted him. I had forgotten about everything that he had told me when he had said that he was not going to dump his wife so that he can be with me. I started to force things. Whenever he would tell me that he is not passing through my place to see me, I will actually tell him that if you do not come here, I am going to come to your place. Tonight you are going to be sleeping in your bedroom with 2 women. Let's see who is going to leave you. I am not going to leave you, but I know that your dirty wife is going to leave you. Even the way that I was dressing myself, I was making sure that each and every time when he was with me in bed, I will actually do some styles, even though they were painful. All of these styles, I will do them so as to satisfy him, so that he can dump his own wife. But when I saw that he was not letting go of his wife, I said, this is a plan B. Believe you me, Brother Nashi, I wasted so much money until I had heard that in Chinoi there was this other woman who could actually assist me. I was told this by this other lady that I am working with. She told me that there in Chinoi there is this woman who has the strength to go to those forbidden caves, because she has the marine spirits in her. The mermaids, they are the ones that give her the herbs to cure any disease as well. If you want to fix someone, the mermaids, they can assist you. I then spoke with that woman. That woman, she charged me a lot. I raised the money, and each and every time when the man will give me some money so that I can send the money to my parents, I'll keep that money aside and I will lie to my mom that I have not been given any money, until when I saw that the money, it was at least somewhere around 12,000 rands. Then I returned back home. I went to Chinoi. I didn't even tell my mom that I was back home in Zim. I went there and I spoke with that lady who had the marine spirits. She said that she was going to assist me. We then went to the waterfalls, and when we went to this other waterfall, she made me to stand in the waterfall, and she said that as the water was falling down on me, it was actually washing me clean. After that, she then tied this other garment around my waist. She said that this garment that she had tied around my waist, it was the one that was going to control this man so that he can dump his own wife. But what I didn't know, Brother Nashi, is that this man, the wife, he had already given the man some herbs soon after they had gotten married to each other. That lady, the one who uses the marine spirits, what pains me the most is that she knew everything, but she chose to give me these charms. It was like she wanted to taste her own powers against the powers of the charms that the lady was using on this man that I was dating. When I returned back to South Africa, like always, I expected that he was going to come to my place, but he never came, Brother Nashi, until I forced him. I forced him and he came to see me. When we made love, I can say that we only made love for only 1 minute. That was when he said, I do not feel you anymore. You are too cold. This is what my boyfriend told me. He said that you are too cold. I do not feel anything when I am making love to you. Can you try to drink some ginger tea? Maybe your body, it is going to be hot. This is what he used to say about his wife. He said that when he slept with me, he felt something that he had never felt in his life. I forced him, Brother Nashi, and I said, since you started this whole thing, since you said that you love me, you are not going to dump me. The reason as to why I was forcing him and still forcing him, it is because he is the only one who can provide a better life for me, Brother Nashi. You know the situation in our country. You need a man who can hustle for you. As for me, right now, if it happens that I get sick, what is going to happen to my mom? I need this man to at least start a business for me. Even though I am suffering, I am continuing to hold on, even though down there, you can't even look at my private parts, Brother Nashi. It is like I am rotting from the inside. Whenever he comes, I use any kind of soap that can make me to smell much better, because it smells like fish down there. I use your Guard. I use any chemical that they tell me that it can actually make me to smell clean. I used Dettol until I felt that down there it was too sensitive even to touch myself. This whole thing, it started soon after this man's wife had contacted me. She said, I know what you tried to do, but as for my husband, he is tied to me. You cannot do anything to separate him from me until we both die. That was when I slept with this man one more time. on that night we slept in the car. He came to give me some groceries. Oh yes, he still takes care of me. He pays the rent and everything, the food, he buys the food for me, but he just doesn't want to make love to me. So on that night, I was feeling really hot. I forced him whilst we were in the car. I stripped him and I got on top of him and we made love. The moment that we finished and when he said that he wanted to go, I took the groceries that he had bought for me and I returned back to my room feeling really happy. But that was when the itchiness started. When this itchiness started, I then spoke with some of my friends about this itchiness. My friend then said that maybe it was because whenever I wash my underwears, I do not take them outside in the sun. So this might be causing yeast infection. My friend then told me to buy some plain yogurt. So I bought the plain yogurt each and every day. I would rub the plain yogurt around my private part and the itchiness disappeared. And my friend was like, you see, I didn't go to the clinic at that time. The next time around when we made love again, when he left, the moment that he left, it felt as if there was someone who had rubbed acid in my private parts. That was when I started to see a lot of white pimples like warts. I went to the clinic thinking that maybe I have an STI like your genital warts, but they told me that I am fine and I am super clean, even though they gave me some antibiotics just to be sure. But they said that I am totally fine. But this disease, it does not go away. This other nurse who spoke with me, who assisted me, she said that you have taken too much antibiotics because she has known me from day one. I always come and I complain at that clinic and I tell them that the smell of fish in my private parts, it does not want to go away. And I am scared that my boyfriend is going to dump me. She said, why don't you try the traditional way? Because these antibiotics, they are going to damage your body. So I am here. I'm looking for a traditional healer who can actually reverse this curse, because what has happened to me is what was supposed to happen to the first wife. Yo, dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by our dear sister. She's saying what was supposed to happen to the first wife has since happened to me. Strange things do happen in this world. Smelling like fish whenever the guy is on his way coming to visit this dear sister. She's looking for any kind of assistance. She was told that she has to try the traditional way because the medication that they have given here is not working at all, and she has some warts on her private parts.